Hello there, and welcome to another of our Carnival interviews. Today we have with us Clement Monarch Ogaru. Many of you might know him from being on the Mega Mix show with Ronnie Rascal. And today he's here to give us an update on the SMA, the Sugar Mass Awards.
All right, thank you very much, Mervyn, for welcoming me to the TV studios of ZIZ once again. Yes, there is an update. Of course, everyone knows that it was slated for January the 3rd.
Right.
However, due to, a series of events that has taken place over the last 2 weeks, in order to get the best out of something like this, where you are honoring people who have served the carnival well for 50 years, we've decided that it's best to postpone the show so that our production team can get a break. As most of the fans would know, when they look at what goes on, it's not just coming, putting a camera on stage and leave it there. There's a lot of behind the scenes going on, and so the production team got really busy as well. And so we decided, let's give ourselves as much time as possible to ensure that we put on a good show representative of the 50th anniversary of Sugar Mass.
So can you give an inclination as to when the new date would be, or would that be announced later? The
new date would be announced later, and it would come directly from the Central Committee, which is the Central Carnival Committee, that is, as you know, working on a committee basically that's organizing, help to organize the show in terms of seeking out the nominees and kind of going through the history and making sure that we got everything and everybody right.
Right, it's quite a feat, I can imagine.
It is, because, we had to narrow it down to 50 people. And I think we're going to probably go over, just based on the fact that some of the categories are stacked. Like we have, of course, the Poinciana Award. Poinciana Award recognizes all those people who were first throughout the 50 years. So we have the first National Carnival Queen, first National Calypso Monarch, first road march and stuff like that. So that was quite an extensive list, and so yeah, it was a lot of work making sure that we got the right persons. However, everybody only 50, so everybody cannot get awarded, but the Carnival Committee has vowed to make this an annual event where they will induct additional people in the years to come.
Right.
So this is the start of it, and hopefully one of the things in consideration as well is building a site, so you can go to the site and read the information on the people who are awarded. Yes, what they've contributed to Carnival, because this is a significant anniversary. Albeit it celebrated National Carnival, Carnival goes way back to 1957.
Right.
And so we've incorporated that as part of the choice of who we are awarding this year as well. So it's quite a lot of work, let's put it that way.
What are some of the other categories?
Okay, so we have the Golden Standard Award. The Golden Standard Award is similar to a Lifetime Achievement Award. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least about 5 or 6 people that's going to be awarded. These are people who have made massive contributions to Carnival year in, year out. I mentioned earlier the Poinciana Award. That's for all the firsts. We have the Royal Scepter that, of course, recognizes pageant winners over the years, not only locally, but including people who, some of the girls, we've had people who went to Caraval in St. Vincent, JC's in Antigua, Caribbean Culture in Nevis, and there was an OECS in Dominica at one time.
Okay.
So, all of these, areas that we had to look at.
So regional representation is included.
Correct, for that segment especially. Steward of Carnival Award, These are basically people who have contributed in, they're not singers, they don't go in pageants, but you know, they may work in, backstage, doing, you know, production and stuff like that.
This brings to mind the marshals as well.
Correct. Media partners, sponsors, that's who goes in this category. The big category is the Spirit of Carnival, where we basically recognize all genres of carnival. So Calypso gets a significant nod in this area. Let's see, music also, music writing and arranging, that goes into this category as well. MC goes into this category. Road March Champs goes into that category. Parade Day Troops, Costume Builders, Juve. Let's see what else goes in here. Juve Individual Mass, and of course Juve Overall. And then we have Sweet Strings, where we recognize bands as well. This is to recognize bands and individuals for their excellence in music and promotion of national carnivals. So that, and then we're looking, of course, at the cultural segment of it, which is the folklore segment. And of course, we're getting assistance in that from the Ministry of Culture. And yeah, that's basically, you know, what the show will look like. We're actually working on the format for the show as well. So it will, of course, include, and let me just get my document here so I can make sure that I give you. So we're looking at a big fanfare for the introduction with a big voice introducing the show. Then we're going to have some dance, introduction of the host and the hostess. The Poinciana Awards goes first, and this could always change. We have entertainment in between, the Stewards of Carnival next, and then before we introduce the Royal Scepter, which is the pageants, we're going to name the 50. Well, we're going to name all the queens. It's not exactly 50 because there were 2 years.
We didn't.
Correct.
Well,
so
the last year included 93, 94.
Yes. And so we're going to name every single winner of the National Carnival pageant. Prior to that, then we have a section that's called In Memoriam, because we're not only recognizing folks that are here,
posthumously awarding persons
so,
as well.
I mean, somebody like Ayatollah would be named, and we're going to have a dramatic introduction to this setting. And Ayatollah's name would be last, and then right after that we have a medley paying tribute to Ayatollah. The introduction of the Sweet String segment, and then we also do the same for the Calypso. Before we introduce Calypso in the Spirit of Carnival segment, we're going to name the 16 Calypso monarchs that we've had over the years. Well,
with repeat
we're gonna have
winners.
We're gonna have a next one this year, so it'll be, could be 17.
Okay. Or one person having multiple crowns.
Or it could still be 16, because we have actually 4 monarchs in the in the show.
Right, already.
The current monarch and 3 former monarchs as well. And then of course we're gonna have some entertainment during the show, and the dramatic outro as well.
Is there a nod to the king and queen of the bands? Would that be included over the years?
It would be included. Actually, Lovina Bertie, who is the 1972 National Carnival Queen, and she made an appearance at the Carnival Queen's pageant this year. She's here, and yes, she looks just as gorgeous as 1972. Yes, but she was the first queen of the band. So that is part of the recognition as well. We haven't had that show as much and as often as probably we would like, but yes, that would come in as well. Now, I know some people equate the queen and king of the band to the parade day costumes.
Right.
Yes, but that will be part of it as well too. But because even though it's 50 sounds like a lot, I mean, we're talking about recognition of people for 50 years, so it's a lot of work, narrowing it down and making sure you're still going to have people saying, you know, what happened to him, what happened to she, or whatever it is. But we, as I said, the good thing about that is that it continues in the years to come. So the Carnival Committee has indicated to us that they're looking at maybe inducting 3 to 5 people every year.
Okay.
So going forward, that is something, you know, to look forward to. Now, one of the things as well, too, that we've had to deal with is that a lot of the folks who were awarded are overseas. And so we've contacted them. What we're requesting from them, of course, is a bio,
right,
a short video acknowledging the award that they're going to be presented with, and also, you know, headshots so we can you know, do some really nice work. And we've had a couple meetings with the production team. That's the Carnival Committee's production team. And we're looking at a really spectacular event. It's a pity that we may not be able to get folks to be sitting in the audience and watching it live. It's more than likely it will be a virtual event.
Right. I was about to mention that.
Yes. So that's basically the information on the SMAs. I think that it's very important that we celebrate success. And so it was a great idea for the Carnival Committee to come up, you know, with the idea of ensuring that we, you know, we teach the young folks about who, you know, had gone before and paved the way for what is happening now, albeit it's not the same, and we don't expect to be the same 71 or 2021 as we were in 71. So there's been a lot of changes, including, of course, the naming of the Carnival Sugar Mass, and that hence the name of the award. So yeah, we're looking forward to a great show.
All right then, and I think that was great. It was to the point. So as we wrap up, to recap, we have heard from Monarch that the Sugar Mass Awards that were slated for January 3rd, that was Monday coming, they have been postponed to a date and possibly time to be announced.
Correct.
Right. So keep it locked to ZIZ, where we'll bring you the update on that. Thank you so very much, Monarch, for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me as well. I
right.
appreciate it.